Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Accidental Beauty. If you're new, welcome. My name is Laura. I'm a self-taught makeup enthusiast who also enjoys fashion, and sometimes we talk about that on this channel. And that's what we're going to be doing today. I did a moderately sized fashion and skincare haul from YesStyle. They're a Hong Kong-based distributor for Asian clothing and beauty products. So I picked up a couple things. This is not sponsored, although I do have a code if you're interested in saving a bit of money. It is legendary, and it's also in the description box below. I think it saves you about 5% if I'm not mistaken. And I do make a little bit of a commission off of that. So if you want to help me out, that would be super appreciated. But I did actually pay for everything with my own money. So I'll have timestamps below so you can skip ahead if you don't want to see everything. But I'll have a little bit of an unboxing. I'll have a sort of try-on lookbook, sort of outfit inspo section where I also talk about the quality of the clothes. We'll have a little bit of a skincare demo and my thoughts about the skincare items, and then we'll close out the video. So if that all sounds interesting to you, then please keep on watching. People often ask, because it is coming from Hong Kong, how long did it take to ship? All right, so just so you're aware, I am based in Toronto, Canada. So I ordered on November 26th. So this was during their Black Friday sale, and they have sales like all the time. So, you know, don't feel like you missed out on anything. I feel like they have sales about once a month. So I ordered on November 26th. They sent me an invoice on December 13th. It looks like they created a shipping label on December 15th, like they were getting ready to ship it out. December 19th, it arrived in Canada, and then it was delivered on December 23rd. I suspect that they have an American warehouse or something, or like distribution center. Usually it doesn't take a week to ship something from Hong Kong to Toronto. It's possible that they started packing up the order in November, but very unlikely if they didn't actually invoice me and accept the payment until December 13th. So that leads me to believe that this was probably sent out from somewhere in the US, because a 1-week shipping turnaround sounds more plausible. Anyways, I'm very happy that it shipped so quickly. No complaints whatsoever. So here are the things that I ordered from YesStyle. It's a big bag of stuff. I'm very, very excited. I guess let's just open this up and see what we got. Okay, so I'm gonna cut to my phone, just show you guys like a little quick unboxing segment, and then we will talk about what I got. Okay, let's start with clothing, just because that's a little easier to deal with right now. I got a pair of two-tone tights. They look like this. I'm pretty sure I got like these same ones years and years ago. They might have been from AliExpress, but anyways, that's what they look like. Then I got a pair of these ribbed knitted leg warmers. I really love that look. You know, you kind of have like the preppy look, and then you have leg warmers over platform shoes. I don't know how it's going to look on my legs. I don't have the thinnest legs, and I am very, very short. Proportionately, I guess my legs are longer than my torso, but I still look much shorter and stockier than I actually am, just because of my proportions and sort of curviness and everything. So we'll see. I think it's a really cute look. I used to wear leg warmers a lot, like just literally for warmth, because it's very cold where I live in the winter. So anyways, we'll see. I thought they were super cute and they weren't that expensive. I also got a pair of these really warm tights. I'm very, very excited about these. They are supposedly fleece lined. Let's see if they actually... Yeah, oh my god, they're like actually fleece lined, sort of like beige colored tights. so excited. I cannot wait. I have another pair of similar tights, but they're not fleece lined. They're just very thick. And I've basically worn out the elastic around the waist. So I'm glad that I have a replacement that are actually a bit warmer because I need them. And then I got a couple skirts. So I got two tennis skirts. Oh, this is really loud. I got two tennis skirts, one in white and then the same one in black. I got them in an extra large. Just for context, I'm a US size 6, although my weight has fluctuated a lot recently, and these are in Asian sizes. So I normally get a large in Asian sizes. And with these type of like sort of tennis skirts, like these pleated skirts. All right, so I was in the middle of recording and then both my camera batteries actually decided to die. So then I had to run out and buy a third battery because my two other batteries are like really old and they're not holding a charge as long. It's just exhausting. So anyways, as I was saying, right, so I've been ordering larges from AliExpress. First of all, like as I mentioned, my weight has been fluctuating. AliExpress is fast fashion. Sizing is inconsistent. So even if I go based on the size chart, like if there's not a lot of stretch or if there's no stretch at all to a skirt, like sometimes I can squeeze into something if there's, an elastic, but if there's absolutely no stretch, then it's not going to fit. So anyways, point is I decided to go to size up, just shelve my pride and order extra larges, and hopefully they fit. I guess just a note in case you're interested, extra large is the largest size that they carry for these particular skirts. And then the other skirt that I got is one size, I believe. So I'm really hoping that one fits. I can't speak for every single brand that YesStyle carries, but at least with this particular brand, extra large is the largest size that they carry, which is not very big. These are Asian sizes, so they are typically about 1 to 2 sizes smaller than, your American counterpart size. So like, for example, if you're a small in American sizes, you're probably a large-ish in Asian sizes. For the pleated skirts, I believe they had two different styles. They had the normal version and the long version. And I got the long version for both just because, okay, so I'm 5 feet on the dot, and some of these skirts, especially when you wear them high-waisted, which I think this one is, yeah, it looks like it's designed to be worn high-waisted. So when you wear them high-waisted, like they're very short, and I would like to be able to wear these skirts in public and like actually go out and not feel like I'm flashing people. Even though they do come with like those safety shorts, like basically I guess it's not really a skirt, but it's just like a layer of like shorts underneath. They are kind of see-through. So like personally, I don't feel comfortable walking around in just those shorts. Like I feel like you can still see everything. So we will put that to the test, but I'd love if these were, kind of like above the knee pleated skirts, like maybe like still kind of like mini-ish skirts. Yeah, I don't want them to be like basically barely covering my butt, which is my experience with some other pleated skirts that I bought off of AliExpress. I ordered a few of these like press-on nails. Really cute designs. I don't know, I've been getting into press-on nails a lot recently. I'm actually wearing some right now. They're kind of old and grungy. I should probably take them off. I don't know, I just find like my nails are pretty strong, but they're fairly brittle at times, especially I'm filming in the winter right now, and especially like as the weather is drier, I find they crack or like break a lot easier. And also like I use my hands a lot, like, I try to like open things with my nails and like things like that. So like obviously I do a lot of things that aren't good for my nail health. I just literally don't know how else to do things if I'm not using my nails, if that makes sense. So because of that, like I am notorious for ruining manicures or just, breaking nails all the time. So I've been wearing press-ons because I like to have nice nails and not have to worry about like nail polish chipping or breaking nails or anything like that. So I ordered these. They were pretty cheap and they're very cute designs. And then, I just ordered a couple of these eyebrow razors from Innisfree. I already have a couple and they're I actually had to throw out one because it was getting really, really grungy. So these are just replacements. I don't really use them much to shave my eyebrows. I actually use them more to shave my face, like my kind of like peach fudge. Wow, I'm hungry. I usually use them to shave kind of like my peach fuzz around my face. Sometimes like, oh, my sideburns, because as you can see, they are very intrusive. I wear wigs a lot when I'm creating content for social media, so sometimes I'll just kind of shave along my hairline just to move it back a little bit so it doesn't get in the way of my wigs. Next, I didn't realize it would be so small. I ordered a really, really small sample, I guess, of the Laneige lip sleeping mask. This one is the berry one. It is so small. There's a lot of hype around this product, so I figured I would try it out. There's like 3 grams in here. It's probably only a couple uses. This one's apparently strawberry scent, and I just wanted to try it out. Next, I ordered a couple things that I saw in like a TikTok video, or maybe, I can't remember which influencer or whatever recommended these products, but I have heard amazing things about them. So let's see if the hype is real. So I picked up the Beauty of Joseon, I think is how you pronounce it. It's a glow serum. It has propolis and niacinamide. Propolis, I think, is from honey. But anyways, apparently it makes your skin like super glowy and just amazing looking. Niacinamide will brighten it. I'm having a lot of like skin issues right now. My eczema has been a little out of control recently, so I'm hoping this will kind of make my skin at least look more healthy. And then I also picked up this Time is Running Out mist. And this is all written in Korean. But anyways, this one also apparently is like a mist that makes your skin look super glowy as well. So hopefully I can sort of deceive people into thinking that my skin is healthier than it actually is. I do have a pretty thorough skincare routine that is okay at keeping my eczema somewhat under control, but this time of year it's super dry, and you know, whenever it's like super dry and windy and cold and I go outside, my skin gets irritated. There's not a whole lot that I can do. The brand for the Time is Running Out mist, that one is Cioris. That one's also a mini. And then, so this is not as advertised, but this is actually what they said they were going to include. So I got a free sample. The way that they made it seem, I guess it's like, you know, if you order over a certain amount, they throw in some free samples or whatever. So the way that it looked in the photo, it looked like they were going to give you like a whole bag of minis and free samples and stuff. And then I clicked on it and actually it's just, they give you one. So I got AC Well N4 Skin Rebalancing Real Aqua Balancing Cream. All right, so let's move on to the part that I'm sure you're most excited to see, and the reason you probably clicked on this video in the first place. Let's talk about the outfits. I didn't order too many actual like clothing items. So what I did was I tried to pair together an outfit and sort of do a little bit of like a lookbook for each clothing item. I only did one outfit per item because I'm not really like a fashion channel, but I just sort of, it's just sort of inspo and I had fun. And if you want to see more content with the outfits that I styled and sort of put together for this video, you can check out my other social media, and those pictures and videos and stuff will probably be up before this video, so I'd love it if you could check those out. And as always, I have links in the description box for all my other social media accounts, so you can follow those if you're interested. So without further ado, let's move on to that portion. I love the material. It feels so nice, so high quality. It's literally, I have a very similar bridesmaid's dress that I wore to my sister-in-law's wedding, and it feels very, very similar to that. So I paid $30 for this. It feels really high quality, so I'm very impressed. We've got some nice pleating. The color seems pretty true to the photo. I think we have something like 1, 2, 3... looks like about 3 layers of tulle plus the inner kind of like satiny, or like, I don't even know what material this is, but the inner lining, which you can see obviously through the skirt. Because you've got so many layers going on, it's not see-through or anything like that. Like it's a really thick, well-made skirt. It's one size, but it fits perfectly on me. And I would say right now I'm kind of between a size 6 to 8, Canadian, US, size 6 to 8. I wore it pretty high up on way above my waist because it's quite a long skirt. So if you're tall, the skirt will be really great for you. It'll be an actual midi skirt if you wear it kind of like at your actual waist. I wore it way above my waist, and to kind of get it to that midi-ish length, I didn't really want it to be a maxi skirt. But if I did wear it lower, then it would be a maxi skirt on me because I'm 5 feet. But that being said, I think it looks really, really flattering on me, super, super chic, and I don't think it makes me look super short, which is sometimes the issue that I have with sort of midi and sometimes maxi length items. Maxi items, not as much, more midi, it sort of cuts me off and makes me look short. But I think this actually worked really nicely. I paired it with some Calvin Klein heels, which actually, fun fact, I wore these to my wedding as well as my engagement party. I've worn them a lot. And the color, I think, works really nicely with the skirt as well. And I just paired it with a black blouse just to keep things kind of simple because the statement item is the skirt. Okay, so granted, it says it's one size. It's not one size, let's be honest. I'd say this is like probably would fit maybe like small medium. But I think on me, it's very comfortable. So if you have kind of like similar proportions or you're a similar-ish size to me, it'll work for you. It's definitely not plus size friendly. But looking at the quality of the skirt itself and kind of like how it wears on me, I would give it an 11 out of 10. Amazing. Just a beautiful, beautiful skirt. And I feel like I got a really good deal on this because it's only $30. So next, I ordered 2 tennis skirts, the same one in white and in black. So my comments are exactly the same for both of them. One thing I will note is sometimes, like I have ordered the same item in multiple colors from, like the same store before. Usually I've noticed this happens when I order them like as separate orders rather than like at the same time. But in the past, I've ordered 2 skirts from ModCloth, same like style, just different colors, and they were completely different brands from like a different supplier or whatever. Same size, but they weren't the same size. So I don't know if that's like a sort of, like suppliers change and, they source things from different brands. Anyways, I just wanted to note that these were actually both from the same brand. They fit exactly the same. They look the same, just they're different colors. So my comments are the same. I ordered both of these in an extra large. And frankly, it is insulting that this is an extra large. Again, I am currently sitting somewhere between a size 6 and 8 US. In no world is that an extra large. I'm glad I ordered a size extra large because I'd say this fits decently, if a little snug at the top. These are super, super high-waisted. I think if you order a size, maybe even 2 sizes larger than your current size, assuming that, you're smaller than an Asian extra large, then you might be able to get this to sit a little bit lower if you're not a big fan of the like super, super high-waisted look. Personally, I would have been fine if it sat like a little bit lower, but it's fine. I have a bit of a weakness when it comes to pleated skirts, especially plaid skirts. So I own quite a few of them, mostly from AliExpress. And I bought from different stores, so I've tried, different stores, different quality, different suppliers, whatever, or manufacturers. And compared with those, these definitely feel more high quality. The material is thicker, but it feels like clothing. Like sometimes when you order from AliExpress, the clothes are made of some interesting materials. I own a few things that feel like they're made from tablecloths or from like almost like athletic wear, but even like silkier. Just some strange choices. And these actually feel like, clothing material. Like these feel like clothes that you would find at like, I don't know, like an H&M or Forever 21, Uniqlo. Like it feels like clothes. As I mentioned, the material is really thick. It's not see-through, which I really appreciate. And they do have the liner shorts underneath, which I think you'll see in the sort of B-roll lookbook footage. And just having those extra layers, especially on the white skirt, really makes a big difference. Because of maybe the cut or material or the super high-waisted style, maybe it's the shorts underneath, I'm not really sure what exactly it is, but it does emphasize my hips. So if you've got big hips like me and you don't want to emphasize them further, then, if you're kind of looking to minimize your hips rather than emphasize your hips, I don't know if these are the skirts for you. Normally, I also want to minimize the size of my hips, but I think paired with a big sweater or like a crew neck shirt or something like that, I think you can get away with it. But overall, I think this is like a super cute sort of ulzang, kawaii, Tumblr sort of vibe. Really reminds me of the American Apparel tennis skirt, I think. I've never actually seen it in person. I've only seen it online. So to me, this looks like a really cheap dupe, but I can't be 100% sure. But overall, I think I give these a 4.5 out of 5. I think they're really nice. Definitely glad that I have them in my closet, and we'll definitely be making more outfits with them. So the white tennis skirt, I paired that with a navy blue, just a crew neck shirt. It looks like it could pass as a sweater, but it's actually just a long sleeve shirt. I got it in Vancouver at the airport actually, but they basically, so I took a trip several years ago to the west coast of Canada. So I did Alberta and British Columbia and a few cities in each province. And I noticed at each airport that I went to, they were selling the same shirts, just a different city. So you had like the little name of the city, like sort of over here. And then on the back, they had a bigger name of the city. Anyways, I saw the Vancouver one first and I was like, I really like this design. So I decided to buy it. And I think it pairs really nicely with the skirt. I really wanted to do a crew neck sweater, but I don't actually own a crew neck sweater. So this was the next best thing. So I paired that with a pair of fleece lined tights, which I'll talk about next. For shoes, I have these amazing platform running shoes that I got at a thrift store for like $5 or something. And I thought it would pair really nicely with the tennis skirt, kind of make my legs look a little bit longer. And I thought white sneakers would go nicely with the skirt. A thing that I really wanted to keep in mind with these outfits is like, normally my outfits are really over the top, but I wanted to create like a fun, Instagrammable, but wearable look. And I think I achieved that with this one. Like this is something that in theory, I would wear this outfit out. The block skirt, paired it with this sort of like preppy Japanese sailor uniform inspired sweater that I got from Uvimi, sort of keeping with that like sort of school theme. And then I got these two-tone tights that I'll also talk about later, and some leg warmers, which I'll also talk about later. But I really wanted to keep that sort of like, not juvenile, but like that youthful, school-inspired or like school uniform-inspired look. And for footwear, I paired it with the Demonia Stomp 08 shoes in black, really trying to keep the spirit of a school uniform inspired, like a very preppy inspired look. I don't know if I would necessarily wear this whole outfit out somewhere. Maybe not the leg warmers. Maybe everything else I'd probably wear out. The leg warmers mostly because I just don't want to get them dirty. But this outfit is cute. It's very, very Instagrammable, especially with the leg warmers and the chunky platform shoes. It's like very TikTok. let's double back and we'll talk about the fleece line tights. You guys, I think everyone needs a pair of these. These are so amazing and so warm and so soft. I highly, highly recommend these. So I haven't actually tried wearing these out yet. So I can't really speak to like how they perform in cold weather. I think in the fall time, they'll definitely be perfect. For Canadian winter, they have yet to be tested, but I will test them out soon and probably report back before I edit this video. Editing me here, so I've tried them out, not in like super, super cold weather, but I've tried them out in like decently cold weather, and they're basically like pants. I love that. They pretty much feel like a pair of leggings. And seriously, I would consider buying more pairs. They are so good, really like so soft. I can't get over how soft these feel. It sort of reminds me, like the outer part, not the fleece line part, the outer part sort of reminds me of legging material. Like if you've ever tried the Lululemon Luxtreme material, which I think they've discontinued or like they're phasing it out, but that is kind of reminiscent of what these feel like. It's like that very cooling, almost like workout material feel, like that very silky, soft, cool material. So the top part reminds me of leggings, like it's an actual, or like pants, it's an actual like waistband. I actually appreciate that. I like to think that because of that, the elastic in the waistband will hold up better than some of my other tights where I've just like completely worn out the waistband and had to throw out the tights because like they just don't stay up anymore. And actually the whole tights all the way down, like they almost feel like light compression leggings, which I'm not mad. It kind of sucks you in a bit. So I do appreciate that. Like they are very, very flattering. So I would definitely give these an 11 out of 5. Like seriously recommend everyone go out and buy these. They are one size, so they fit me really nicely as sort of a size 6 to 8, but I don't think they have other sizes, unfortunately. And now coming back to the striped two-tone tights, these are really nice. They're thicker than I expected, sort of looking at the photos. I expected them to be the really thin pantyhose material, and I'd still consider them like thick pantyhose, I guess. They're slightly darker above like kind of the thigh area than they looked in the photos. So if you see in the photos, I'll just throw up a picture on screen. They've got the sort of like, you know, mock thigh high look. And then above that is supposed to be like either tights or like sort of mimicking your skin. So they're like just a little bit darker. I feel like the contrast isn't as strong, but I chose the black color tights rather than sort of the peachy nude color tights. So could be that. Like I'm happy with them. They're just a little bit darker than I expected. They come in nude and black, so I chose the black ones. I give these a 5 out of 5. They're really, really nice. Because they are a bit thicker, I like to think that they'll probably last a little bit longer than the really, really thin pantyhose. So I think that's great. The last clothing item that I got were the leg warmers. So this took a little bit of like finessing to figure out how to get them to look like kind of an Instagram photo. So once I figured that out and sort of played with them a little bit and played with the height, and once I figured out how to style them, I think they look really, really flattering actually. I've got a couple pairs of sort of like cable knit, wool-ish leg warmers that I've worn for years as like actual leg warmers in the winter, like to keep my legs warm. Like obviously they were function, not fashion, but they can make, like if you have kind of like shorter, stockier legs, they can make your legs look bigger, especially like, so this is not a good example because they're black and it's really hard to see. Okay, there we go. You can see they're kind of like cable knit. They're very thick. And in comparison, these other ones, are having issues with the contrast here, but these are a lot thinner. Just to give you an idea. So you can kind of see the black one, the cable knit one, is a lot chunkier versus, and it is like also wider, versus the YesStyle one, which is a lot more, like, it's a lot thinner, it's more streamlined. I mean, the cable knit ones are warm, they're really, nice to wear, but when I was trying to style outfits with them, and I will try and sort of finesse them a little bit more, but I think they might just be too chunky for that sort of like TikTok alt kid look, like, kind of this look. And that was sort of a worry of mine. Having thicker legs is, I ordered these and I was like, wait a second, but like, will that even be flattering on my legs? So here are my thoughts. I think if you don't have super skinny legs, these will look best over platform shoes, like anything that'll sort of add height and make your legs look longer. So you're creating that illusion by draping the leg warmers over your platform shoes so it looks like your legs are actually longer than they are. It sort of slims them down a bit. It sort of creates that illusion that we're going for. If you're not wearing platforms, I don't think it'll give you that look personally, and I think you'll just end up looking short and stocky, which you probably don't want. So I think with platform shoes, especially like a really high platform like what I'm wearing in the B-roll, I think they're super cute, super flattering. They give you that kind of like big goth boot, alt kid kind of look, which is exactly what I was going for. So I think that was super successful. And if you do have very skinny legs, I think you can wear these honestly however you want. Generally, from what I see, if you have skinny legs, regardless of whether you're 5 feet or 6 feet or anywhere in between, chances are you're probably going to look taller than you actually are, at least in photos, just because of your proportions and everything. So really, I think anyone with skinny legs can get away with wearing these with, whether you want platforms or shorter shoes. But I think if you are stocky, you kind of need to wear platforms to make this look work. The material itself is really nice quality. I don't think it's real like wool or whatever. It's probably synthetic. As I mentioned, it's not as thick as my other leg warmers, so I don't know. It still feels like it would be warm. I just don't know like how warm it would be. But because the material itself is sort of sleeker, I guess, it looks slightly less chunky on the legs than the cable knit ones. But overall, I'm really happy with these. I give these a 10 out of 5. Really, really like them. All right, so let's move on to the skincare portion. So I'm actually going to film this another day because I've got a full face of makeup on, so I'm not going to be trying out the skincare. So we're going to cut to a different day where I look different. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. It is the end of the day. I guess I'll just try out the skincare products. This will be first impressions, and then at the end of the video, I'll kind of go through my final thoughts. So, okay, to start off, let's try out this glow serum. So, okay. They were not kidding. So this propolis, I think, is derived from like honey, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's like very, very goopy textured. Really interesting. Yeah, there's 30 milliliters or 1.01 fluid ounces. A bunch of stuff written in Korean, and I don't read Korean. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else noteworthy on here. It says apply 2 to 3 drops of serum onto the face and pat gently to help absorption. Yeah. Okay, so let's just try it out. Doesn't really have a smell. Ooh, okay, this texture is like very, very like jelly. It's kind of cooling feeling. This looks like a glycerin-based product. Like it's got that kind of like gel consistency. So I'm gonna apply it to half my face. Really nice texture. It's like a nice thin gel consistency. Just want to see how much glow it kind of gives me. So compared with, no product. So it does give me a little bit of glow. I'm not seeing like a ton. It's still a little wet. So I'll just give it a sec to dry. It's a little bit sticky, not horrible. Like especially for kind of like a glycerin based product, I'd expect it to be stickier, and something that pretty sure is derived from honey, or at least something related to bees, but I'm pretty sure it's honey. I expected it to be stickier, and it's actually, once it sort of settles into the skin, it's not that sticky. Yeah, there is a bit of like a healthy kind of glow. It's not as dramatic as it's sort of advertised, but maybe that's sort of the nature of any of these like products that gain some degree of TikTok fame. Everything seems to be blown out of proportion, and then when you actually try it out yourself, it's like, okay, it's fine, you know? Anyways, I'm not saying it's bad. It feels very nice on the skin. First impression, my skin seems to like it. I'm on the verge of an eczema breakout, and you can kind of see I've got some like redness over here, also over here, just some little bumps forming. And so far, things look okay. So we're going to move on to the time is running out mist. So the instructions on this one, it says 3-in-1 multi-care mist, toner, mist, and serum. Oil mist can be applied whenever skin feels thirsty for a refreshing boost of hydration. Interestingly, it's an oil and water mix. So you're actually supposed to shake it before you spray to mix the oil and water. Oh, wow. Okay, this is so interesting. So it is really an oil and water mix, mostly water, a little bit of oil. So that is interesting. There's also 30 milliliters or 1.01 fluid ounces in here. All right, so before it separates, I'm just going to spray it. And again, I'm just going to spray it on the side where I applied product. I literally just put this here, just so we can kind of compare like what it looks like the side with product versus no product. Okay, so it smells really nice. It's got like kind of a citrusy smell. Okay, so I think the citrus might be irritating my skin a little bit. Like you can kind of see some of that redness. I'm gonna just give it another minute just to dry. But again, this is the side with no product versus the side with product. And it is still a little bit wet. So let's just give it another like 30 seconds to dry down. So it does give a little bit of a glow. Honestly, I'm not really sure about this mist. It was sort of advertised as like, oh, it'll make your skin so glowy and this and that and whatever. I don't know how to feel about some of these like potentially irritating ingredients. We will see. So just to compare, this is the side with product versus the side without. So you can definitely see the side with product does look a little bit more radiant than the side with no product, which looks a little bit matte, flat, all of that. I'll just apply product to the other side now. Now that we've done the comparison, I was honestly expecting more of a dramatic difference. I don't really see that much of a difference. Honestly, like some of these skincare reviews from these like skinfluencers on TikTok, it's like you're 18 and you have no skin concerns. Like, I don't know why we're taking advice from people with already pretty decent skin. My skin looks pretty decent on camera, just because, you know, my ring light washes things out. I mean, in person, honestly, my skin isn't that bad, especially I'm filming this in the winter at the beginning of January. Usually this time of year, if I was going out regularly, my eczema would flare because it's super, super dry this time of year. Thankfully, I've been able to work from home, so I don't actually go outside very often, which means my skin is thanking me a lot. Wow, okay, I'm like kind of breaking out into little hives a little bit, but I think that's because I used a facial razor earlier just to get rid of my peach fuzz, so I think this product might be irritating that a little bit. So maybe don't use this when you have slightly open or broken skin. It looks like a nice healthy glow. Like if I was gonna have a no makeup day, I could just throw this on, maybe like a little bit of concealer or color correcting like some of the red areas. You want a little bit of that glow, this will give you a little bit of that glow. It won't give you a ton of glow. Like I was sort of expecting a ton of glow, this is not that. That's okay. It's just sort of not even like false advertising. It's just sort of a little deceptive from how it was like marketed on TikTok. Let's try this like moisturizer stuff. Oh. Doesn't have a smell. It's nice. It's supposed to help with like, I think your, what is it, your moisture barrier or something like that? Skin balancing. Maybe this will sort of calm down what's going on my face right now. It's a very light, almost milky kind of texture. Feels very nice. Like I would consider using this again. I don't know if I'd like run to buy this again personally, just because I have other moisturizers that I use regularly and sort of help with eczema flares. But I mean, it's very gentle, feels very nice, you know, no complaints. It's not irritating my skin, so that's a plus. They really only give you enough for like one use. And now I look a lot more dewy. I also like that it's not scented, or at least it's not heavily scented. I really do appreciate that. Okay, now let's talk about this lip mask, this like famous sleeping mask that people go nuts over. I feel like a lot of the hype is just because of the very cute packaging. Let's see if we go up this way maybe. Oh, it's got an interesting smell. I don't think I love the smell. This is the berry one. I'm not sure which one is like the most popular one. Oh, this smells like something from my childhood and I don't like it. It's either cough syrup or a really gross candy or something, but I don't love the smell. Okay, it's very thick. No, you know what? It's like bubblegum flavor. Really not a fan. So the idea is that you just coat your lips in this and then go to sleep. Normally, I just use Vaseline, to be honest, but I was just curious to see what the hype was. It feels lovely on the lips, so I just don't know if it would stay on your lips because it feels like it's like very slippery. And I feel like at least with Vaseline, it does sink into your lips. And you know what? You could wear this as a lip gloss. Like if you're just, I don't know, like let's say you're like on Zoom or something, you have like a meeting, or even like at work, if your lips are just super dry and you need something, but you also want to look like you're wearing like makeup or something, I feel like you could just like throw this on for a meeting. It is a little like goopy feeling, but so is lip gloss, and like it looks like you're wearing a really shiny lip gloss, but it also allegedly has skincare benefits. So this is 3 grams and you actually get like a lot of product for a sort of like mini sample size, and I really didn't use that much. So I guess I'll stop this portion here and just sort of test these out a little bit more, and then we'll talk about my thoughts at the end of the video. I'll admit I haven't actually tried the press-on nails because I have a baby now and I change a lot of diapers, so I can't really wear press-on nails because I need to keep my hands clean. But I mean, they look really cute. The press-ons are press-ons, you know? Let's talk about the Laneige mini sleeping lip mask thing. It's fine. It's fine. It's good. If you want to be like a little bougie with your nighttime lip skincare, go for it. I thought it did just as good a job as Vaseline does, other than the fact that it has a scent and it's got a little bit of pigment. If you want to be fancy during the day, let's say at your desk, and you want to look like you're wearing a little bit of product, like, you know, a lip gloss type thing, but you want it to also have some skincare benefits, sure, it's great. Does Vaseline do the exact same thing? Yes, just minus the color and scent. I give it a 5 out of 5 just because, like, it's good. It does what it says it'll do, but I don't think you need to spend the extra money. So I'm glad I got a mini just to try it out, but I don't think I'd order it again. All right, the Ciora's Time is Running Out mist. I honestly don't really see the hype. Like, it's fine. I use it when, you know, my skin needs a bit of hydration or whatever, but I don't think it does a better job than, like, I don't know. I have dry eczema prone skin, so to me, I'd rather just use like a face oil if my skin really needs that extra nourishment or whatever, or just, you know, kind of double up on my skincare. It was fine. I don't see why people were losing their minds over this product. It's fine. It's good. I don't know. 4 out of 5. They gave me a little packet of like a moisturizer. It was nice. I was only able to use it once, so I feel like that's not really enough time to try something out and see if I really like it. But like, I don't know, it was a good moisturizer. And then the Beauty of Joseon Glow Serum. So if this product is supposed to give you glow, I feel like there are other products that do more of that. But I have been incorporating it into my regular skincare, and it's good. It's nice. It feels good on the skin. So I don't know, 4.5 out of 5. And then I'll just add a note that for the fleece lined tights, so I think they do actually, I'm not sure if it's this brand, but there are fleece lined tights that are even thicker. Like really, really super warm. These are just like kind of the regular ones, but honestly, to me, they feel the same as just a regular pair of pants, just they're, you know, tights instead. So I've worn them outside when it's cold. I don't think I've worn them in like really, really cold winter, but I've worn them when it's cold, and like, honestly, they feel as warm as a regular pair of pants. They're great. I live in Canada, so it does get quite cold here, and I'm very happy with them. Like, this actually opens up my outfit options so much because I feel like I can wear a cute little skirt or a dress or something that like normally, even with a regular pair of tights, I would be kind of cold, but this would keep me warm. So I love that. 11 out of 5. Highly recommend. So that is everything from my YesStyle haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and let me know what your favorite product or clothing item was. Feel free to comment below, or your favorite outfit. Let me know what your favorite one was. Just commenting and interacting with my videos really does help tell YouTube that you want to see more videos like mine, and it'll then show my videos to other people. So really, like, interacting, commenting, liking, subscribing to my channel if you haven't, really, really does help me as a small creator to hopefully make my channel grow and show my channel to more people. So if you can do that, that would be super, super appreciated. If you enjoy the type of looks that I do here on my channel, as you can see, they kind of range, and usually they're a little bit more bold and experimental, then I'm sure you'll enjoy the content that I post on my other social media. And as always, I leave links in the description box below so you can check those out if you're interested. That would be super appreciated. And if you enjoy the content that I post here on my channel and you want to see more, I'd love it if you could subscribe and turn on notifications, and that way you'll get updated every time I post a new video, and I'll see you guys next time.